Hey everyone, welcome to Tarot to a T. Today's reading will be for Earth signs for July 2024. If this is the first time to my channel, welcome. So how this works is we have each column here representing a different Earth sign. We're going to start off here with Capricorn, followed up here by Virgo, last but not least Taurus. The first card I would pull at the top here will be your overall theme for July 2024, followed up with a contributing factor or complication, followed up with card of advice, and I draw the cards as clarifiers as needed. What else can I say? Oh, please subscribe, please like the video. Trying to get the channel ramped up here and to ensure that I'm here on YouTube for the weeks, months, and years to come. I really need that support, okay? I won't drill it into you too bad. I just always have to mention that, just like every YouTube creator needs to. Reminder, this is a general reading. It may not apply to your situation. If it doesn't, if it's not sounding like it's anything going on with you, click off the video and join me for the next one. I do each element, each month, and then I put in extra videos as my schedule permits, so you never know what's going to pop up, okay? So let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's see what's going on with Capricorn. Your overall theme is the Queen of Clubs. Could be a fire sign you're dealing with, somebody with some, I want to say I don't know why the word stature is popping into my mind, but this is more about like some kind of status, at least in your mind. It doesn't mean they hold some kind of position of status, but you could be dealing with a Leo, Sagittarius, or I'm blanking, Aries, sorry. Oh, also I want to mention with the Queen of Clubs, this could be somebody you look up to. They're kind of a mentoring figure, somebody you look up to for guidance. Complicating factor, this Six of Spades. There's something faded here that's happening with this fire sign. And I don't think that Queen of Clubs represents you. Sometimes it can represent the person I'm reading for, or the element, but no, I think that's definitely a independent party there. The Six of Spades talks about fate and destiny and what is meant to happen. But along with that, you have things opening up for you with the Six. I visualize it as like the branches of a tree going off in different directions, because fate is happening, destiny is happening. It's going to open up new doors for you, new opportunities for you. What those opportunities are, I cannot say. It's kind of a just kind of moving on kind of energy, you know. It's meant to happen, and then the next chapter of your life is going to begin. So let's go ahead and deal cards to clarify Capricorn's situation for July 2024. I almost said 2022. 2024. Got two here. We got the Three of Spades. You can see that's a heart. Three of Hearts and the Six of Clubs. There's emotional decisions going on with you, Capricorn, and it's leading to some kind of personal growth. I mean, you could be maturing mentally or emotionally, because we are dealing with hearts, which is emphasis on an emotional matter. It also tells me you're being pulled in a couple different directions, and you're learning a lesson here, or you're learning something about yourself. And again, with the Six, because you're going through this growth process, this learning experience, it's going to open up new chapters for you, new options, new opportunities. So that's kind of interesting. You got fate, we started off with, that's centered around this fire sign, and then we have growth and emotional decisions. And I don't think you've made the decision. That's kind of like being stuck in the process of it. Like, I picture someone like wringing their hands going, I don't know what to do. It's like you're torn. You're pulled, you know, two different directions, hence the three. You're stuck in the middle. Clarifying for Capricorn. for July 2024. 2 more cards. Oh, actually 3. Wow. 3 of spades, 5 of clubs, and the ace of spades. Hence the Tower card. Something needs to fall here, or something has fallen. The 5 of clubs represents change. Let me just kind of emphasize that for a second, or just kind of focus on it for you. This is about things being stuck and being... Yeah, I guess the best way to describe that is being in stuck energy. And there's a feeling of change going on for you in July. But it's mixed up with Tower energy, which is pretty major. It's not necessarily bad, but it can be it can be quite jolting. I should say. It's quite I mean, if you want to use the word disturbing, but I don't mean that in a scary sense. But you do have that 3 of spades in there. There's something, again, emphasized with 3s, making decisions. Maybe how you feel about something. But there's stress and worry. Yeah, the Tower is falling. Something is coming to the ground. And it's a new beginning with the Tower card, right? And it's getting you unstuck, but I think you're worried about the outcome. It's stressing you out. And I kind of see it connected to this with emotional decisions. I think you're trying to figure out how you feel about all this. It's like it's happened so fast. I'm picking up it's happened so fast. 6 of clubs. Again, there's some kind of leveling up. You're maturing in some way. You're gaining some kind of knowledge and experience because of all this. But it's quite tumultuous in some ways. Because you got that Tower energy. I emphasize with the Tower, just because the structure is falling and something has to come down for something to rebuild, you are building on a solid foundation. So I want you to look at the Tower and focus on that as a new start. And getting you out of the stuck energy, which I started off with. Something that's been stuck for a while. But you're really stressed and worried about it all. For July. Yeah. I don't know how this goes back to the Queen of Clubs. Again, that's fire sign energy. Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. I didn't see any connection with that, but I'm being called to go ahead and go to advice. Because you obviously need you need something here to hang a hat on, because you're with the 2 3s and the indecision and the stress and worry and something pulling at you emotionally and some kind of growth or maturity happening for you, learning experience. I would say you're kind of in a state of turmoil, kind of all over the place. Okay. Something is done and complete. So this might involve a relationship. This is like never going back. No chance of reconciliation. The 2s usually talk about, partnerships, some dealing with one person, not necessarily a situation, but it could be. It's the opposite of harmony and balance. Whatever it is, this is a completion for you. I do think it's tied in with that Tower. It could be a relationship. Maybe that's what this is about. The Queen of Clubs. The fire sign. Okay. Any more cards of advice? Besides letting Capricorn know it's final. This flipped over in the deck. Look forward to stability and balance, especially around your home life with the 4 of clubs. I see this as the four pillars holding up literally kind of the roof over our heads, the way we get along in the world, how we take care of ourselves, having a roof over your head, stability. Nothing too exciting about this, but that's good in this sector of your life. Most people would agree, right? That's in your advice. So you're leaving something behind that's not going to go back. Or something's changing for you. Remember the stuck energy with the 5 of clubs. Okay. Okay, we got 2. Okay, there's a lot coming out. Jack of Clubs, again, fire sign energy, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, but with the Jack position, it's about somebody less experienced than you. Could be somebody younger. Sorry, I just want to make sure I said Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. I don't know why I keep wanting to say... I don't know. There's another sign that keeps popping into my head. Anyway, I'm a little loopy because I'm a little sleepy. The Joker, the colorized Joker is also the Magician card. But I see the Joker card, things being up in the air. Magician energy can involve some unforeseen magic per se. I don't like to use the word magic. I don't believe in magic. But, you know, things unforeseen going on in the background. Like, you could say the forces of the universe coming in to intervene. Or this could be magic. I also don't like to use the word prayer. It sounds too secular to me, but it could be a prayer of yours that things will magically work out with this Jack of Clubs. Again, I see that as somebody less experienced in a lesser position of some sort. Could be an age difference. Doesn't necessarily reflect on them negatively. I don't know why it's calling it out a Jack when it started off as a Queen. But maybe they are like losing some kind of position with you. But things are definitely unsettled. That's a kind of strange advice, because you got this. This is talking about something unsettled and the potential for something to work out with the Magician energy in unforeseen ways. But you got this nice solid balance around the home, and something is definitely like over. Severing of the ties. It's usually, like I said, it's usually a falling out between two people, but although I didn't really see anything back here except for this I was to say this mess. It's kind of a mess because it's changes that obviously need to happen because something was stagnant, but the tower falling and being stressed and worried is no fun. There's just a big ball of wax of things going on with you in July, Capricorn. I am going to stop there. I hope it was helpful, insightful. Again, like the video and subscribe if you haven't, if you don't mind, and thank you. Let's go ahead and look at Virgo's theme for July 2024. Ace of Hearts. It's very important that you follow your true desire at this time, and this also talks about a new start. So you're headed off in a new direction in some way. That's an emotionally satisfying way, I would say. Something that you need to fulfill emotionally. With the King of Spades, you could be involved with an air sign. This would be a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. King of Spades is somebody with some status and mastery and some power. Could be just in general over like how you view them, or they could actually hold a position of power. The thing to understand about them is they have a good head on their shoulders, but they're not on the same page. There's some kind of disagreement with them and they're not budging. Could be you, honestly, if you have air in your chart. A lot of times I see that Ace of Hearts come out with somebody who's taking a stand and insisting on following their own intuition, their own guidance, their gut, what's calling to them. Or you could be dealing with an external force here, somebody who's not in agreement with you. Not sure about what, but we'll go ahead and ask for cards of clarification for Virgo for July 2024. Okay, let me not drop the whole deck. That one flipped over like a fish. Like a fish coming out of water. The Jack of Hearts. This is water energy, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, but it also could be you. I see the Jack of Hearts always is kind of having vulnerability, kind of having fresh eyes, having your heart out in your sleeve. In other words, open to whatever comes your way. In other words, you don't have your defenses up, which is unusual for you, Virgo. You don't usually take that stance, but maybe you are kind of, because you're on this new start, you're just kind of like, screw it, I have nothing to lose. And again, you could be embodying this, I'm doing what I want and I'm not budging. Mastery. Taking mastery perhaps over your destiny, the course of your life in some way. And not worrying about it, which is refreshing. You're not in that hermit mode, in that distrustful mode, which I usually see you in. Okay? In the cards, not in general. I'm just saying I usually see that protective mode in the cards. I need to clarify that. Okay. What's going on with Virgo? What's going on with Virgo? What are they doing here? Having their heart open to a new start in July 2024. There's something coming in harmony and balance in your finances. This could be actually around a partnership of some sort. It's kind of a positive sign. I mean, I was going to say a positive sign in general. I didn't finish my sentence. It's a very positive sign, duh, but it doesn't tell me a whole lot. Unless maybe you're in a good financial position to do this. Follow your heart. Do what you really want. What's going to satisfy you. That could be what it's talking about. Again, I'm not sure what that means. I mean, is it starting a business? Is it like moving away, like relocating? And you're financially able to do that because you're in a very balanced position financially. Okay, here's the other cards. We got the Jack of Clubs and the Four of Spades. There's some stress relief around the home. Again, with the Four. And the Jack of Clubs usually talks about a fire sign that could be younger or less experienced in some way. Somebody who doesn't quite have the status as a king. But it doesn't diminish their importance at all. Actually, a Jack of Clubs can be like a friend. Kind of that friend energy. Somebody you can rely upon. Lean on their shoulder. But again, it could be a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries you're dealing with. And there's stress relief around the home. It's a curious combination. Has somebody like moved in who's perhaps taken some financial burden off, so now you're in this balanced position and you're able to have some kind of new beginning? Or maybe this is a new partner. Maybe this is another scenario. I'm an intuitive reader, but that King of Spades energy could have been someone you broke up with. And you're already, I'm going to say quickly, but you already have like this roommate or this potential partnership connected to your home in some way. I'm not saying they moved in. Maybe they did. The Jack honestly could be a kid. It could be like let's say you're the parent of an adult child and they've moved back home, and as a result you're experiencing the stress relief because you have this companionship, but also the financial burdens aren't as severe for you. I'm going to go ahead and look at advice. I'm not seeing too clear of a picture on that. Honestly, I gave you my best shot on what it could be. I think could be a couple different things. But the King of Hearts talks about mastering control over your emotional state. Again, this is water energy. Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. But I actually see this as the advice indicating to you you are in the midst of creating this great, I don't say mental health, sounds like therapy, but this great mental stability for yourself. I see that kind of bookending this Ace of Hearts. It's really important that you follow what you truly desire at this time and not follow anybody else's script. And this is going to lead to great emotional satisfaction, health, stability, however you want to phrase it, but it's a very healthy thing. Having mastery and control of your emotions is good for anybody. So let's see what other cards of advice we can pull out for Virgo. The Six of Diamonds, yeah, I do see something has changed in your financial state, because we saw that Two of Diamonds earlier. It's going to lead to better financial opportunities for you. If you haven't heard my spiel about the sixes, I see this as the branches of a tree, the opportunities, the doors that could open for you. Not sure if it's necessarily career, but it could be. Could be just investing in some way, or creating your own business opportunities, that kind of thing. The decisions you're making, Virgo, are very clearly going to help you emotionally and materially. Any more cards of advice? Yes, look at that. Good grief. Doesn't get any better than this. The King of Hearts, the Six of Diamonds, and the ultimate success and prosperity. Thank you and good night. The 10 does wrap up a chapter for you. So something occurred here. I think you took a leap of faith. Again, I think you're in this Jack of Hearts energy. You're like taking a leap of faith. You've opened your heart up to the possibilities. You're following your heart in some way, and you're on a new beginning, a new start, and it's leading to the ultimate success and prosperity. Wow. I mean, it's not everything in the world to have success and prosperity, but we certainly go through periods in our life where that is the most prominent concern. Because if we don't have that, it's hard to accomplish other things sometimes. Having that emotional fulfillment is certainly up there on priorities, but I don't think that's the case for you in July. I think it's about this. But you do have that emotional stability with the King of Hearts, so I'm glad to see that. It isn't just all about material abundance. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up there for you. I hope this helped. Please hit the like and the subscribe if you haven't already. And I will go ahead and move on to Taurus. Taurus's theme for July 2024 is the King of Diamonds. That could be you, Taurus. This is Earth energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You're doing the Earth elements today. Very, very strong. King of Diamonds has very good control over their financial abundance, their future, how they budget, how they spend, how they save money. It's mastering control in all aspects of that. But you do have something kind of precarious going on, don't you, Taurus? This is the black and white Joker. Things are kind of up in the air, unsettled. And the Fool card. This is also the Fool card in Cartomancy. The Fool card can indicate a new start. It could also just indicate there's uncertainty because you don't know what the future holds. Ouch. Taurus doesn't like that. Taurus likes stability. What's going on for Taurus in July 2024? What else can you tell me about this? With their finances looking, well, at least you being in the king position, things look very, very nice for you, but there is a lot of uncertainty there wrapped up with that Joker. And look at this, some kind of completion. Something that was upsetting, something that had, how do I say it, has caused some feelings of loss, of despair. A little bit of healing needs to come along with this Nine of Spades. I'm sensing a Taurus who maybe has lost a partner. Not sure how, but nonetheless there's a separation. It could also be loss of a job. Although it's usually not this devastating with a job unless it was like a long established career that you suddenly got pulled away from, that you loved. Some kind of completion there with the Nine of Spades, though. I'm going through a healing process. What else can you tell me about Taurus? Jack of Hearts, water energy. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I also see this as you perhaps feeling vulnerable, having your heart open to the possibilities. Like I said, the Jack of Hearts always, there's a vulnerable aspect to it because it's very emotionally not charged. Emotionally charged is not the right word, but it's centered around an emotional state. The Jack position isn't, not exalted. It's not in the Queen or the King, so it's like that fresh new, okay, I'm putting my heart out there. I'm going to open myself up to see what happens. But with things being unsettled for you and being in the full energy, this would make a lot of sense. Feeling vulnerable. But I see that you're not closed off. That also tells me you're not closed off, which is a good thing. Not just Taurus can be closed off, but any sign can be closed off after a devastating loss with the Nine of Spades energy. Ten of Clubs, there is some kind of completion though, and you're moving on. This is literally moving on physically, or I also see it metaphorically. But it's for good reasons. There's always good vibes around this. Okay? Could be travel. Could mean physically traveling. Or, like I said, mentally moving from one space into another. Tens always talk about wrapping up some cycle though. So I think you're coming out of something in July, Taurus, that's already transpired, for sure, with that Nine of Spades. That's in the past. Probably not too long ago. And you're moving on. And you're not quite sure what the future holds, but you have your heart open. It's a very humbling and honest position to be in. So let's go ahead and look at your advice. Queen of Hearts. Your advice here is to take care of your own needs and to take care of yourself and to truly, really nurture yourself. This is that mothering card. Someone who's very concerned with somebody's well-being. Sorry about the dog. I'm not going to get up to tell the dog to be quiet. He just saw somebody outside the window and he's barking. But anyway, if you could hear that. Very nice. Very nice for advice. I'm sure you already are taking care of your own needs. But especially with that vulnerability, you just want to make sure that you're looking out for number one. Not putting yourself in a gullible position. That was too many cards. I am shuffling cards for more clarification on the advice. Nine of Hearts. This is going to lead to true emotional fulfillment, though. This is, what is the name of that card? Not Heart's Desire. Wish fulfillment. Sorry, kind of blanked it. Again, there's a completion here with the Nine of Hearts. Whatever has transpired here and the fact that you're moving on, you're moving towards your wish fulfillment. Whatever that means for you, whatever form that takes. It's very nice. Look at all the emotion with the Queen of Hearts and the Nine of Hearts. There's a lot of emotional, I want to say emotional satisfaction, but it's beyond that. It's like emotional bliss for you, Taurus. So whatever you've gone through, it was worth it. It's going to pay off. Any more cards of advice for Taurus, please? Way too many cards. Apparently a lot wants to be said, but I can't handle that many. That's like 6. That's out the scope of this reading for today. But the Ace of Diamonds, there we go. Taurus likes their security and their abundance, their sense of security to be secure, and their abundance is important to them. You're on some kind of new start that's going to head you in that direction. This does talk about sometimes looking for new ways to generate income, like to increase your income. You know, leveling up, bumping it up. Just because you're a Taurus, that may be a high priority for you, even if you're retired. Maybe there's something for you to invest in. I'm not going to talk about the stock market right now, but there's a lot of stuff going on in the stock market. Maybe that's something you need to look at. Putting some investments out there to increase your portfolio, or just learning about the stock market and what's going on. But nonetheless, you're on a new start. That in that sense, you got some wish fulfillment. This is all going to result in this wish fulfillment, and you're headed this way. And take. Hey Taurus, sorry about that. I had my battery run out, so the video got cut off at the end. But what I was saying is, you have this wish fulfillment. headed your way. But what seems to be most important and prominent here is that you're taking care of yourself and you're nurturing yourself at this time. And I think this is a good segue from you for you for you after this loss. And I do think this loss was in the past. I don't think it's upon you. I don't think it was that recent. I mean, it looks to me like it's something you've been going through, and you finally are moving away from it. So I would say that's a very excellent reading for you for July, but I am going to end it there. Thank you for joining me. And as always, please subscribe and like the video if you haven't already. And I look forward to joining you for the next one. And take care until I see you